guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a review on the new Charlotte Tilbury matte blushes. These are called the Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush Wands. These are inspired by her contour and highlight wands. Got a huge package. I almost hit myself in the head with this. Thank goodness I didn't. And she sent all 4 shades, so I thought I'd give you my review. I'll show you a little wear test. I'll also swatch every single color on my cheeks. Pray for my cheeks because they are super sensitive. So I will be testing these out for you guys. I'm so excited to do this video. I've only tried one of the colors so far, so I'm very excited to test them all out on my cheeks. The one I did try, I absolutely love. Some information before we jump into the cheek swatches. These retail for $52 Canadian. There's 4 universally flattering shades. One shade is exclusive to the Charlotte Tilbury website, which is the shade Pillow Talk. They also have the shades Pink Pop, Peach Pop, and Dream Pop. These are said to have a Lumi Blur technology. Soft focus silica and glow gels work together to deliver a flattering matte, not flat finish. Each shade captures and reflects the light to instantly revive and lift the look of every complexion. They are a quick drying formula. You can use 1 dot for day and 2 dots for disco. This is what Charlotte Tilbury recommends. For liquid blushes, I do prefer to put it on my hand first and then apply it on the skin. However, we're gonna do the 1 dot theory and then add 2 dots to see how it goes, just because I feel like some are more pigmented than others from what I've seen, so I really want to put them to the test. Here are the 4 different shades. I also tried out one of the hypnotizing pop shots in the shade Pillow Talk Diamond, so that's on my eyes right now if you're curious of the eyeshadow shade. I think it's really pretty. Everything's falling out. There's also a purple one for the new shades. However, I'm just focusing on the blushes in this video, and I was gonna save the eyeshadow for trying new makeup if you guys wanna see that. I'm actually going to be starting with the darker blushes first, because the lighter ones I've seen are fairly similar, and I have to go out after this, so I don't want it to be too contrasting. Those ones I feel like I can work a little bit better to have 2 different ones on my skin. For the left side of my face, I'm going to start off with the shade Pillow Talk, which is the shade that's exclusive to the Charlotte Tilbury website and the one that I've tried. I tried this because I heard from a subscriber that the color was similar to Rare Beauty Hope Blush, which you guys know I love. This is a dewy finish, the Rare Beauty, and this is a matte but not flat. I swatched these both on Instagram. You can see the tone that they're very, very similar, except the finish is different. I was extremely excited for this shade specifically, so I'm really happy to start off with this one. And as I said, this is the first one I've tried. I have you nice and zoomed in. Here is the packaging. Similar to the highlight and contour wands, you just pop off the top. You have one of those sponge applicators. For this, it does have that lock mechanism, so you twist it open. You push very, very gently because you can get a lot coming out. Push gently. Once you've had enough product come out, make sure to close it. Otherwise, you can continuously get product. These can get messy, so you just have to know how to use this before you go ahead and put it on your skin. Otherwise, you're going to be wasting product, because already I feel like these are half full. They say there is 12 milliliters of product, but you could definitely fill this up more. I felt the same way about the highlighter and contour wands, but you think using the same packaging, these would be filled up a little bit more. I digress. I'm gonna start with my left cheek. We're gonna do 1 dot for disco, and I do have 4 different brushes. My favorite brushes for applying either cream foundation, cream blush, you name it. I love these. These are BK Beauty. They're the 109. You can buy them individually now. So I'm going to be using this to blend them out. So we're gonna start with 1 dot. It's supposed to be daytime. I also didn't set my face with powder yet because these are quick drying. You can't really use these on top of a set face from how I've tried these. So that is 1 dot on my face. I don't feel like the formula is as forgiving as other cream blushes that I've tried in the past. I do find that liquids that go matte, even the Rare Beauty ones, are just harder to work with than a dewy finish. They just are. That's the nature of the finish. So you have to be mindful when applying this. I would do 1 cheek at a time because it is a quick drying formula. She states that right on her website. So be quick when you're applying these on. So now we're going to add another dot just to build it up. Here is Pillow Talk on my cheeks. I love this color. This is typically what I gravitate towards. I do feel like the formula is a little finicky. It's really dependent on your base, what you're wearing. The foundation I have is more matte leaning on my skin, so therefore it's going to make it even harder to blend in. but I still think it's a gorgeous color. And now this one I'm a little bit scared of. This is the shade Dream Pop, and when my friend Steph tried this on, she said it was giving rash, and I just laughed at that. So here is what the packaging looks like. This color is stunning. I want it as a lipstick, and I've actually seen a couple people use these on their lips as well as a lip color, and I think it looks great. I think I might do that over on TikTok, swatch these on my cheeks but also on my lips. I will let you guys know if that's up, but that's something I was kind of considering doing as long as this doesn't irritate my cheeks by continuously wiping these off. Brand new applicator here. I don't want to push up too much because this color is a little bit intimidating to me. New 109, I'm gonna do 1 dot first. I think this formula would be so much better if it wasn't so quick drying, because quite frankly, it's hard to blend in, especially this deep of a color. Here's 1 dot of Dream Pop. I think it looks gorgeous just with 1 dot. We are going to do 2, but this is typically a color that I wouldn't be building out just because it is very pigmented. I haven't set my face now, but if I were, there wouldn't be such a harsh contrast between my under eye and the blush because I set on top of it. But you can see that it's just a harder formula to blend in and work into the skin just because of that quick dry. But what do you think of the color? Once we've swatched all 4, I want to know what your favorite shade is in the comment section below, but these are the first 2. Went off camera, wiped off my cheeks, re-put my foundation on, and we're going to be testing out the 2 lighter shades. We have Pink Pop and Peach Pop. I'm very excited for these because Steph said they're similar to the Dior blushes that I know we all love. I was actually going to do a little side-by-side comparison between the colors of those. On the skin, they definitely give that bright, vibrant look, which I'm looking forward to for putting on my skin. We're going to start off with Pink Pop, doing that on my left cheek. New 109 brush. You already know the drill. I'm curious to see how these look on the skin because I felt like these ones specifically needed a lot more than just 1 dot to show up depending on the skin tone. So these say they're universally flattering depending on your skin tone. I felt going on certain deeper skin tones that it was harder to show up. So we'll see how it looks like on my skin here. We're starting with 1 dot. This one is lighter than my skin tone. Very, very subtle. Can I see it on my skin? Yes. Can you though? It's very hard to tell. So I am going to do the 2nd dot for Disco, and then we're just going to probably go in with more just because I do like a little more blush than this. This one seems to be adding a little bit more hydration to the skin. Not as matte as the other 2. Do you see that as well? This is what 2 dots look like on my skin. I feel like this says it's Disco. This is more daytime for me. So very light. So some people would definitely like more of a blushy look than this. So I'm going to build this up just so you can see the color a little bit more and we can compare these 2 side by side. I just feel like this is a little too subtle just for video. I feel like we definitely need more on the skin. So I'm just going to use whatever's left over in here. That's a lot more. We're just going to blend that out. I was completely fine with the 2 dots though. I thought it was really pretty for daytime. And I do like the finish more of this blush than the other 2. It's not as flat as the other ones. They say they're matte, but this one definitely has a better finish, I feel like. I hope you guys can see that too, because I do feel like it does. I also feel like this color is more uniform on the skin just because the finish is easier to work with. I hope I can see that back in editing and you guys can see what I'm seeing in person. But that is Pink Pop. And now we're going to go ahead and use Peach Pop on the other cheek. 1 dot for daytime. This one has the same finish as the other one. This one shows up better on my skin than Pink Pop did. I do like it with just 1 dot. I think it's really pretty for daytime. We're going to go in with 1 more for Disco. This color is more coral than peach, I feel like. I love it. This might be my favorite shade. I feel like this one complements my skin tone the most. I really love the color of this. I'm a huge fan of corals. It says it's peach, but I feel like this is leaning quite coral on my skin. Gives me good definition, some color. I'm going to add a little bit more just to balance it out because I feel like this one we did add a little bit more. And I'm going to just use what's left over, give it a really blushy vibe. And this one looks more uniform as well. The other 2 are just more matte, I feel. Here are the last 2 shades on my cheek. I'm going to finish off the video with 2 different colors on my cheeks. So what do you guys think? What was your favorite color? I feel like this formula for these 2 lighter ones, it's It's a little bit easier to work with. I noticed a lot. I hope you guys could see as well. I feel like because these have that more matte finish, these are quite perfecting on the cheeks. So I feel like if you have issue with pores and texture, these are really, really flattering on. The formulas for me are slightly inconsistent. I do feel like them being more matte is harder to work with, but these ones had a little bit more give, a little bit more dewiness, and they are drying down to be this beautiful, soft matte look. I just felt like the darker colors were even more quick drying than those ones. It was quite evident for me, so possibly have to add these as soon as you're done putting on foundation. That could be why the other two weren't working for me personally. So definitely, as soon as you put your foundation on, maybe go in with your blush, do one cheek at a time, get it done quickly with these, because I feel like if you can get the finish looking like this, they're quite beautiful. I am so happy to have these. So I'm definitely going to be playing around with them a little bit more. You could see these in a trying new makeup as well, but I wanted to get up swatches for you guys just so you can see what colors you like if you have a similar skin tone to me, and see maybe if these are something that you want to pick up and what colors that I personally recommend. For me, my top picks are Peach Pop and Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is exclusive to Charlotte Tilbury, so if you're going to be picking this up, you might want to go there, but I'll have both Charlotte Tilbury and Sephora listed below in case you're only interested in the other three colors for Sephora, because you can get them there, get some points, whatever you want to do. Charlotte ships so fast though, so depending on where you want to get it from. So I'll have both linked below, but I am so happy with these. I'm so thankful to have received them in PR. I'm curious to know though, which one was your favorite shade? Let me know in the comments section below. I hope this video helps you out decide which one of these you want to pick up. I will keep you updated on the formula, how it wears. You will have a wear test in this video. You'll see how both these colors look like at the end of the day on my skin, when they fade, if they're still hanging on. Blush is always the first thing to go, but I do feel like liquids always last a little bit longer than powders. So we will see how long these last on my skin. But thank you guys so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me today. If you have not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell if you want to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.